Good evening all. So we have come back with one of the most interesting topics for Europeans, for Americans, for the global world, the global citizens of the world, immigration and why immigration happens and why people immigrate to other countries. And I will give you a perspective from the people who is coming from countries where people do immigrate from, and also the perspective of people that immigrate to. And with this topic about immigration, I shall start. So immigration, why immigration happens? Immigration happens for many reasons. There are three main reasons, usually economical and humanitarian and political. So sometimes you have no choice but to immigrate to other place because of war. And this is we can see such a case in Syria and Iraq. There are other cases where people actually immigrate to other countries looking for better opportunities and looking to utilize their skills to the best way and looking for a better life. And this is actually the normal situation among citizens across the globe. We see global workforce mobility. We see people from the UK working in Australia. We see people from the UK working in the Gulf. We see people from the UK working in Hong Kong, and we see also people from Jordan working in Saudi, and we see people from Egypt working in UAE, and so on. So this economical immigration is one of the main factors. Now, about the Arabs, especially the area that I'm based from, people asking why people actually immigrate to Europe, and I would say a lot of people might stay in many Gulf countries if they're citizens, if they were given a citizenship. But if they were not a citizenship, as the current situation, a lot of people, even when they immigrate to the Gulf or even when they work in the Gulf for a long time, they always think about securing themselves somewhere else, securing themselves in London, securing themselves in the States, securing themselves in other cities across the globe. This is the main theme. This is why people behave in this way. This is what people do, and this is what people actually do every day. They are always looking for a better opportunity. They are always looking for a better future. They are always looking forward to achieve their dreams. So now the perspective of immigration, why you immigrate instead of working in your country, this is actually based on your experience. So I'll give you a little bit of light on my experience. I'm one of the guys who invested in one of the Arab countries, who hired people from Jordan, who also have done a lot of innovations or prototypes, who have been presenting different ideas for different organizations in the region from different countries. So for me, I think I have done my part in terms of trying to push things forward. And yes, I think it's enough, and I don't think that I have to do more. And for now, I am just working in a particular project just to spread a clear message to the young people in the region. I have already done part message about health, which I think I will do a video about, and I will do one more message about making content and making startups and making business opportunities. But I think the clear message that I would like to spread, your immigration decision is based on your experience. So if you are in a good position and you are getting a good income and you are living the life that you feel that you are that you are dreaming about, then so be it, and you can stay and maybe you can build yourself here, and you can maybe even try to promote your country even further and push it even further. If you are struggling within your own country, and like many people actually, so you would maybe think about immigration. I would always encourage you to think about the big picture, about like the big goal that one day will be better, that our countries will be in a much better situation than they are at the moment. However, I preach less to young people these days. I preach less, and I say, maybe you could consider other options. It's up to you. You should be looking for your interest wherever you are looking for. I remember a friend of mine came from Germany and told me that his brother is working for a restaurant and he's getting like $100 a day. And sometimes you think, oh, $100 a day, you can't get the same amount of money somewhere else. And don't, so the economical immigration is something that a lot of people think about. The thing that I want to say, don't think that Europe is open, or the United Kingdom is open, or the United States is open, or Australia is open. They are always looking for top talent. They are always looking for people who can contribute to their economy. They are always looking for people who are talented, who can make significant contribution to their economy and to their society, and they have been very successful at that. We can see Einstein was the one who helped the United States have their their superiority in the Second World War. There are a lot of scientists who are immigrants. There are a lot of inventors who are immigrants. We see the head of Google who's coming from India, and without any doubt, people coming from other countries, people are coming from other societies have been enriching the R&D society within, let me say, the developed countries. It's not only that, but also they have been contributing significantly to the workers base. So in Germany, we can see a lot of Turkish have been working in factories. Also, we see this that they have been the workers of the European economy, the workers of sometimes the American society. We can see a lot of Latinos working in hotels. So yes, they already have been doing a lot of work, and they have been already doing jobs that some people are not interested in. So both the high-end jobs and the low-end jobs was always covered by immigrants all the time. So if you are really specialized and you really have the talent and you really have the capability to contribute significantly with your thought, that's a very good contribution, and I think the R&D community around the world has benefited from that. And the second one, if you are looking for workers for your factories, if you are looking for workers for your farms, if you are looking for workers for your hotels, also immigrants have been satisfied. Or if you are looking for maybe taxi drivers, so also immigrants have been satisfying this economical need. So with this perspective in mind, I do think that immigration has actually helped Europe a lot. Some people talk about security concerns. I would say this might be a little bit. This can be an exaggeration. Most of these people are they just want to get on with their lives, and they just want to establish themselves in another place where they can have a better opportunity. They would never think about harming the country where they are benefiting from. Some of them maybe could be influenced like any other radical across the globe, and it might happen. Economical concerns can be that there is too much people coming. Yes, this can be a concern, and there are like people who the middle class are not getting the jobs, and maybe those immigrants are getting these jobs. So I think if you are someone who is, let me say, an immigrant, a first generation immigrant, you should always be thinking about yourself. I will be doing something at the lower as a working class, or I will be doing something as a highly specialist. And between those, you should really define yourself, because I think, yes, you have the right to do other work, but if you think of yourself that I'll be coming to fill these two bands, you would have a better expectations, because eventually the people who have been living there, who have established their families, who have established their contacts, would be thinking, why, if someone else can do the job and the immigrant is a little bit better in doing this job, why I should deprive someone that I know from a long time and someone who has been there from a long time from this job? And this always part of the human decision. But I always, by the way, there are always a lot of push and a lot of social push and a lot of this distribution of social justice, that no, if you are an immigrant, there will be everything will be open for you, all kind of jobs will be open for you, and you have to wait, and sooner or later you will start building your life in your new society. So based on that, that's you make your choice. That's why I talk about immigration. And I do think that countries who people immigrate from really need this group of people who believe in their country, and who believe that their country can be in a better position in the world, and they want to lead that. It's about your personal experience. My personal experience was a wrong one. Maybe someone else's personal experience would be they are the best ones. So you choose the personal experience, and you choose the situation where you feel it reflects your condition better. If you have been contributing a lot and it's not working, maybe it's time to move somewhere else. If you have been not contributing a lot and it's not working, maybe you need to try to contribute a little bit more. I wish you a great evening. That was my talk about immigration. Hopefully we see much less of that. I always like to see people sticking to their own communities and sticking there. But based on the current condition, the geopolitical condition and the economical conditions of the world, I do expect to see that. I would expect to see more immigration happening across the globe. That has been said. I will wish you a great evening and salam.